As a school district superintendent and a junior and high school principal, Dr. David Harnish had a lot on his plate. But when the summer vacation came along, he didn't spend his time off relaxing. Instead, he worked 90-hour weeks in order to do something incredible. Harnish moved to Michigan's Martin Schools District with his wife, Kelly, in 2014. They relocated after he landed the job of superintendent and high school principal there. He had previously worked for 11 years as the curriculum director and principal at the state's New Lothrop area public schools. The experienced educator accepted a $100,000 a year payment and signed a contract that would last for 3 years. He then took on the added responsibility of being the junior high principal too. At the time, Harnish revealed his excitement at getting started and having the opportunity to make a difference. "I'm really looking forward to being an active participant in the community. The demographics of the area are very similar to where I grew up, a rural community and small school where everyone knows one another," Harnish said in a statement. "This is my golden opportunity to use my education and take my career to the next level." By the time that school was finishing up for summer in 2018, Harnish had worked there for almost 4 years, and in that time, he'd made some changes. Before starting his new position, the educator attended several events within the community. He also planned to reevaluate the syllabus and gave the part-time woodwork teacher a permanent position. But nothing made more of an impact than what the principal did during that summer. The Martin schools had not been renovated in a long time, since 2001 in fact. As a result, they all desperately needed a fresh coat of paint. However, it was going to cost an estimated $150,000 to hire professionals to complete the job, which is a lot of money for a coat of paint. That's about 3 teachers' salaries, Harnish told Michigan's WWMT. "We're a 625 student district, so $150,000 is really significant." And the superintendent didn't think that it was a good use of the school's resources. "That $150,000 would have taken away from the kids, or the potential for us to take care of our staff," Harnish explained to Fox 17 in Michigan. So, the hardworking principal came up with an unusual solution. As it turns out, an $18 million bond was passed to provide the district with new facilities, including an auditorium and gym. However, the buildings needed new paintwork to match, and Harnish wanted to prove to his employees that he wouldn't expect them to complete a task that he wasn't willing to take on himself. So he decided to paint the schools with his own hands over the summer break. It was indeed a mammoth task. Harnish worked long, grueling hours to get the job done. "It's been pretty much 7 days a week," he revealed to WWMT. "Between cleaning and painting, it's about 90 hours a week." Harnish clearly worked hard over the summer, putting in effort and hours. And when he was finished, each and every classroom and all the hallways for every grade within the district had been repainted. "I'm a servant leader. I think it's important," the principal told WWMT. But the superintendent wasn't doing it alone. He worked with part-time laborers as well as students that were still in school and some recent graduates. "It's neat to be able to give these seniors the opportunity to do some summer work too," Harnish explained to Fox 17. Although it's been a huge undertaking for Harnish, he simply wanted to do what was best for his students. "This was a way to save the district money and make sure that it doesn't take away from the children," he revealed to WWMT. And one of the teenagers working with him was happy to see the principal be so practical. Austin Marsman graduated from Martin District in 2018 and was one of the team that helped with the painting. And he revealed how impressive it was to see his superintendent getting his hands dirty. "It's really encouraging. You think of your leadership everywhere and you think they're so distant," he told WWMT. Marsman added that a lot had changed since he was younger, thanks to Harnish. The high school graduate continued, "I can remember as an elementary kid being like, 'Oh, that's the principal, the superintendent.' Now it's like our superintendent's there alongside us, putting in the effort to build a relationship. It's been a really good experience." And Harnish went all out to prove anyone that didn't believe he'd get it done by the end of the summer wrong. Members of the community were even encouraged to go and see the finished paint job, as well as the other new facilities, before school started again. In fact, a ribbon-cutting ceremony took place in August of 2018. Marsman said painting was his way of doing his part, and Harnish hopes that all the students involved in the project will remember this for years to come. As a Martin alumnus, they'll come back and say, "Listen, I was part of that year when we painted the entire facility, saved money for the kids, for the school, and the community, and we made a difference." After Harnish's story made its way online and into the local news, his commitment to the schools blew people away. Thank you for setting a fine example for teachers, staff, and students of what dedication and sacrifice look like. May he inspire others. Diane Wiltz-Yope shared on Facebook. However, some claim that while Harnish is indeed an inspiration, his efforts prove that education needs more government funding. This is an awesome story, and the district should be very proud to have him as their superintendent. But it's sad that he had to spend his summer doing something that the government should be doing. Nicholas Futrell commented. Harnish's dedication to making his district a better place has impressed many people, but the humble headmaster insists that it was simply his way of seeing the project through to completion. He told Fox 17 that if he hadn't taken on the project himself, he would have been retired by the time this got done.